Hello and welcome in to this live course tour. My name is Dustin Backey. I am the guy behind Epic Higher Ed, where your epic classroom begins. And I just want to say thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. I would love for you to say hi in the chat. Devin, I see you. You said, what's AMA? AMA is internet language for Ask Me Anything. So what I'm going to be doing during this live stream is I'm going to go through my biomechanics course and course tour and show you all what it looks like. I really like to just I like seeing other people's stuff because it gives me a lot of inspiration, and I hope that I can provide some inspiration for you all as I go through my course. So say hi in the chat. I'm going to get one or two things set up here really quick, and then we will get going. Devin, AMA, I think I might have answered it. There is a bit of delay between the chat and what I see, or what you see, I should say. AMA is Ask Me Anything. So as I go through, I'm going to be happy to answer any questions that you all might have. So Devin, let me know if that helps you know what that is. Devin, I know that you are a instructor here at Chico State, but let's go ahead and we want So you might be seeing something kind of crazy going there, but all right, there we go. All right, there we go. So what you can see going on here is I have my course LMS up and live on the screen. Thank you for bearing with me as I got it there. But what I want to do is I want to kind of walk you through the student experience and the things that I've done and why I do it. So I really like the very first thing that students see. Oh, you probably just were seeing the streaming stuff. Excuse me. Still getting used to that. But we are here on this, and the very first thing that students see, if I refresh this page, they see this really great, I really love this. They see this, welcome to Biomechanics 322 start here. So whenever they come in, this is what they see. Now, what they can do from here is this is set to autoplay. So when they click it, it starts to autoplay and auto scroll through it every 5 seconds or so. The first message I like to give them is I'm happy you could be here today. And it's true. Sometimes we just need to be positive, start off on the right foot, let students know that we appreciate that they are here today as we get going. So then after this, it's going to cycle through, and it cycles through every 5 seconds. But the first thing is a welcome video. And the really cool thing about this is by just embedding it into a Google Slides document and then publishing it into and embedding it in my Blackboard Learn, students can automatically see, hi, my name's Dustin Back, this nice little welcome video. So they get to see me, they get to hear me, and it's a nice way for them to get to know me right away. Then I have a link to the website that we use. So in this case, this is where they're going to watch all of their lecture videos. And so Devin, it's actually Google Slides. So yeah, got it. Embed Google Slides. And I could kind of show you what that looks like here in a moment. But this is the website, and if they click here, it automatically opens up the page where they will log in to their videos. They come up here, they log in, and I'll just show you what that would look like. They could resume their course right there. And this is a separate web page that I use to, there's one of their videos, The Strength of Hobbits, talking about torques. But they have all their videos over here on the left-hand side that they can work through for the course, and they're all in order. So they literally go down the list, and I'll show you how they know what to watch soon. Just checking on the chat every now and then. I am working from a little 14-inch screen. The double screen or bigger screen is on my wish list for tech. All right, so a course overview. This is a little video that I filmed recording basically a tour and a little overview of the course. So you can see a little bit of inception here where they see this PowerPoint in the video. And so they come in, it's automatically familiar, and I show them how to navigate the course and what their expectations are. So because I'm not seeing them as face-to-face, I do have an asynchronous synchronous combination, which does mean I see students less often. And so I want them to have the resources that they can go back to refer to if they're not able to ask me all the time or immediately. So nice course overview. I have weekly lecture schedule and links. So I actually have this in two places. So they'll see it here. They could click on any of these and it takes them to their Zoom room for those weeks. And you could see that I have the theme for those days on this. And I really love that. You will also see that over here on the left-hand side, Zoom links are available there. And there's that Biomechanics 101. And so the really cool thing about this is, again, I want to make it easy for students to get wherever they go. A lot of students, they develop a habit, a rhythm, a routine of coming in here, clicking the Zoom link, or they come over here and do it. And so just making sure that those are nice and obvious helps get students where I want them to be. Devin, I love that you're blowing up the chat. These live streams are great for people to chat. And so I would love for you to say hi. It really thrills me. I see there are a number of concurrent viewers. It looks like there are 3 right now. And so Devin, I'd love it if you kept chatting, and I'd love it if everyone else said hi as well. And as they go through this, my class has a lab, and so there's Zoom rooms for the lab. And then I have a typical weekly task. And if you've watched my course mapping video or know a little bit about the course mapping, you know that my class follows a very routine rhythm. And so I wanted to introduce that pretty early, that typical weekly tasks are right here. There's going to be watching videos, attending some sessions, attending and completing a lab, complete an assignment, a challenge question, and a quiz. And this is a 4-credit class, so the workload is pretty high for it. Here are office hours. They can see where my office hours are. This is a link. They just click and they go right into my office hours. And I have some by appointment, and what they do is they click here and it takes them to a Calendly link that they could schedule an appointment with me. So I really love this. I love that there's this open hours where anyone can drop in, and I have the waiting room on. I just let people in, or they could schedule a very specific meeting and meeting time with me. This is a new one that I'm doing this semester, hopefully in an effort to really increase some engagement and improve communication here. This is what I'm going to do is a weekly Q&A. So you see that there's this big click here button, and when they click this button, it is actually going to, and I could show you, they click it, and it just brings them to this nice little form that says Kind 322 Weekly Q&A, and they can type in their name and type in their question. So, your favorite Pokemon, right? And then they submit this. And what this does is it allows students an area to ask questions regularly. And I'm going to talk about this in a moment, but I'm actually not going to be using email with my students at all. My email will be available, but Blackboard, Learn, and CSU Chico, my institution, released this tool called Pronto, which is kind of a built-in messaging app within Blackboard that also has an app and texting features. So what this means is I can just communicate with students completely within Blackboard through this Pronto, and they can choose to either have the app downloaded or have it sent to them as a text message or navigate it online in Blackboard. And so I'm going to run all communication through this Pronto app, and it allows file attachments and video. You could video chat and things like that. And so I honestly I'm telling my students not to email me. I hate email. If you've stuck around and watched any of my stuff, you know that I hate email. And so I'm hoping this Pronto app, which I still need to add to my Blackboard, they actually just announced it was coming just, I think, maybe even this morning. And so I knew that I wanted to back off from email, and that was part of this. But now that they've given me the option to, I'm really going to lean into it. So this Q&A, what I will do is I'm going to, one day a week, I am going to open them up and I am going to film myself answering them. So I'll go through, film myself answering them, and then I will post it. And so the next slide will have, and this is just a temporary video here, obviously the week hasn't happened, so Q&A hasn't happened, but the video for the Q&A will be right here. And this allows students to come in, watch this video, see their questions answered. And what this also does is it allows me to field questions smoothly that multiple people have. So, yeah, Devin, came today. I had heard rumors of it. I'm really excited for it. I'm just going to go gung-ho on it, which is kind of what I do. But if 4 or 5 students have the same question, instead of getting 4 or 5 emails about that, I will be able to see it on the form and just answer it once, which I think is going to be a really powerful way to do this. I'm going to try to do these maybe 2 days before everything is due for the week. That way they have the time to have those questions answered and look through it. But I'm excited for this. It is something new I'm doing this semester. There's details on my grading system, which is different than normal, so I wanted to make sure that they had a reference video they could refer to, a nice course tour, and so this is kind of similar to what we're doing. Obviously, I don't go into the theory as much with my students, but they come in and they see this automatically playing through, and you can see that right there without having to scroll through Blackboard, without having to navigate to a lot of different places. A ton of the course info and materials they need is right there ready to go. And that's one way that I think this is a really powerful little tool. Mandy, not a dumb question at all. The magnifying class for zooming in on, or the magnifying glass, is a feature in the recording software that I use for Camtasia. I don't know if there is it'd be really nice if Zoom added that feature to screen shares, like mouse magnifying. And as far as I know, I haven't heard of any like third-party applications or anything that does it. But when I record my screen using Camtasia, afterwards in editing, I can add like a highlight or a magnify and like some other animations to the mouse to keep things on it. Yeah, I really love embedding Google Slides. You'll also see that you can embed more than just Google Slides. And I think it's really cool. It really kind of steps up the learning management system. And when they go in, they're usually just met with a wall of text, but this is completely different. They can watch videos, they can scroll through things. You can embed your lecture PowerPoints. Believe it or not, you can record voiceovers for your PowerPoints that pair with the slides, and then you could embed it so they can just watch it right in their LMS, which is pretty cool. Mandy, I liking that you like the Q&A. idea. That is awesome. So first thing they see is this slide. Next thing they see if they scroll down is the syllabus. And Devin, I just hinted you can embed other things as well. But what they do is they actually have the full access to the syllabus right here. Spring 21 Biomechanics. Again, it has all that main information there. You see, please, we are using Pronto, not email, office hours and things like that. One of the other really cool things about embedding these that I really like is if I make a change, it's automatically reflected. So let's watch this. If here we are, this says Kind 322 Biomechanics, and if I go over here to the actual slide share and I said Kind 322, what if I said Yo Ninja? First thing that came to mind. And I go back to it and refresh, it already is there. So like embedding these documents into your LMS is really powerful. Mandy, I've heard of other people who do D2L, and what you need to do is I'll put it in the chat, but there's this little symbol that kind of looks like this. So that is how you embed. So what I can do here is if I went to File and Edit, and my chat's coming up faster than this, or it's right here. This little button is the embed. And so if you're looking at your post editor within your LMS, you're going to search for source code or this, and it comes up with this code. Now, this is something you do from publishing online. And I actually have a kind of hidden course on Epic Higher Ed that I'll throw in the chat here real quick. That walks you through step by step on how to do it. Let's see. I think it's still hidden. So I can work on that and I'll get you that in the chat in just a moment. The reason it's hidden is, I don't know. It's great. It shouldn't be hidden. I've really just been trying to focus people into a couple of my specific ones. All right, so let's see. There it is. All right. Sorry for that delay. I know people are asking for it and I should have had it ready sooner, but right here, there it goes, shows you how to embed. And so what you'll want to look for that little caret symbol as we go, in order to embed. And publishing to the web can be kind of tricky. You go like share, publish to the web, find the source code, change the sizes, but that little course there, kind of a hidden one on my website, will show you exactly how to do that if you want. But this is a course tour, not a tech talk, so I need to stay focused. So they can see this and everything here. One of the things that I did change is right at the very top of my syllabus this semester, I put this big heading that says this course is online and synchronous. A lot of students have gotten a lot of emails already saying, what is this going to be, synchronous or asynchronous? when a class is labeled synchronous at our institution, there's a lot of flexibility for instructors where they can go very asynchronous or completely synchronous. And so I wanted to let them know really early that there will be required times that they have to meet. But then the syllabus is embedded right here. They can also download it, so the file is right above that, and you'll see that that says Fall 20. I need to update my file here, but you can see that the one that they see embedded is the spring one. I have my student learning objectives, course content resources, required materials and technology, a bit about the online classroom and how to succeed in the course. Right, so I talk about your keys to success, my specific grading type structure, course assessments. I talk a little bit about our weekly rhythm that I show, the typical weekly assessments, breakdown of assignments and grades, levels of learnings, token use. If you watch my token video, here's where I talk about tokens within my class, a nice overview with all the dates and everything for the semester, and then all the kind of boilerplate stuff. I have some netiquette, professionalism statement, add drop. Now that I'm seeing, this is one that I always miss. I always miss updating the add drop period. So I'm glad I caught that live for you all while you are here. Let's see. My academic integrity statement, accessibility resource, basic needs, tech support, inclusivity, mental health. I like to have a mental health statement, inclusivity statement, and family statement in my syllabi. We have more dynamic students than ever before, and so I want to address a lot of those things. And then I personally like to have this little extra nugget here at the end that goes over academic success and has a few links that I really think are powerful resources for students. And so if you're watching this, I am happy for you to really swipe just about any of this. I just walked you through my entire syllabus. You can pause and look at what I was saying and how I do it. If you want a copy of my syllabus, just send me an email. I'll happily send it over to you. But that's the whole syllabus, and that's the first page. So really kind of straightforward. Everything they need to like kind of navigate the class. And then you'll notice over here on the left, this FAQ will lead them to that same FAQ link that we saw before, which is great. The Zoom links, the Biomechanics link. I need to add that Pronto link under here, but the other area that students are going to look for is here in course content. And the first thing they see when they download or when they go here into course content is that weekly module map that has kind of become one of my like signature features that Dustin does in all of his classes, that really walks them through exactly what they're going to do each week of the semester. And so I'm going to switch this over on our view here to the actual module map file so we can look at it a bit more in depth. There are some changes that I have made this semester that I want to talk about. Phoenix, it's okay that you missed the beginning. I am glad that you are here. And the great thing is you can always go back and re-watch it. So let's see. Window capture. All right, there we go. Okay, move me over here for this part. All right, so this is my module map here. I have the learning objectives, I have the weekly dates and that rhythm where there are videos to watch, classes to attend, things to complete. And one of the big changes that I made this semester is I'm actually doing my universal due date as Wednesday instead of Sundays. And this allows me to be present as they go into finishing their assignments and gives them time at the end of the week to kind of begin watching their videos and ask questions when they come to class on Friday. This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. I also am teaching a Tuesday, Thursday section of it. And so it'll kind of work the same way. The Wednesday due date for both. We'll kick off Thursday, Friday, and then wrap up. And so what I did is I put the weekend in there so they can visually see where the weekend falls in this checklist. They can go through and do this checklist. And within it, it tells them exactly how to earn certain grades. Through that, over here, again, like I said, I do a different type of grading structure. So that might look kind of odd to you all. And then, so like I said, it's really this big week shift. And then at the beginning of the semester, I always like to do what I call a module 0. That's the first week or two of the semester that really gets students used to. I said I do an alternate grading system, so it's really important they understand that and get used to it quick, how to use this module map, how to navigate our course in general. And so I do this module 0, and sometimes I feel like I'm stretching it out to 2 weeks. And so being able to wrap it up on the Wednesday of week 2 and dive into module 1 on the Friday of week 2 is actually really great for my schedule. I feel like I gained a ton of time, even though it's just that one day. And it gets them into this rhythm a little bit faster. And so really easy stuff, just it's all right there. The weekly checklists, when it's all due, the dates. And like I said, they can see this on their Blackboard, right here on Blackboard. If you've missed my course mapping stuff, it's a training that I have available, and I will put that in the chat for you as well. If you want to get the step-by-step guide on how to make it, as well as tutorials for it. All right, back on Blackboard. So now what they do, they scroll past their module map, and I made this very intentional. They have to get past their module map. So here's their reminder. They have to scroll past that reminder every time. Then I have a folder for each of the modules. You can see that I need to update my fall dates, but the structure is there. One of the things to note here that's really cool is I am in a prep area on my Blackboard Learn. And so if I go out of it, let's just go to my faculty home. This is a prep area. These are my actual classes for the semester. So what I do is I build everything in this prep area last semester, and actually the semester before that. And every semester I make all my changes here. And then Blackboard has a really powerful way that you can export the entire course into those other sections. And so I really love doing that. And so that's why you kind of see these dates are wrong, but it's really easy for me to, when I export it, I just go and change it on the main screen. So back to course content. And then within course content here, as they go into any one of these, each of the weeks, you'll notice that I have them staggered. Again, like I said, I need to go back and tweak the dates on here before the start of the semester, but week 3 is at the bottom, week 6 is at the top, and that's because these are hidden from students. So what I want them to see is when they click into it, they are specifically looking, the first thing they see is the week that we are in. And then as they scroll down, they go back in time. So week 3 will be the first one available to them, then week 4. So by the time we are in week 4, 5 and 6 are hidden, 4 and 3 are shown, but 4 is at the top. And so by the time we're at week 6, same thing. Week 6 is nice and at the top, 5, 4, and 3 are down below it. And then within any one of these, so if I click into them, there's the assignment, there's the challenge question, and there's the lab. You don't see the quizzes in these ones, and I could try to hop over to another one to show you what that looks like here. And the reason you don't see the quizzes is because in Blackboard, quizzes, you can copy the test, but you can't copy them being deployed. So that is one of the things that I have to go back in and manually do that isn't copied over in the really nice format that I showed you. But there it is. So assignment, challenge question, quiz, and the lab. And so every week they see these things. So week 4, assignment, challenge question, quiz, lab. And then within each one of these, there is the download file where I tell them this is a .docx download. I really like doing this after all of my links, especially in this online format, because often students don't know what they are going to get when they click on something, and it could be a huge PowerPoint or it could be a simple document. And so I like to make it clear what they're actually going to be clicking on by just putting that at the end of each thing, and then the submission link. I do these separate. I do the submission link. I do the submission link separate than the document, and a lot of people attach those. When I create an assignment, it attaches them, but at least for me, I want them to be able to get the assignment, the blank version of the assignment, to be at any point to review and to go over and do what they need to with. Whereas the submission link, I have it disappear after a certain point because I don't accept late assignments after a certain point in the semester. All right, let's go back to that page here. I need to make sure I change that Yo Ninja. Hopefully I don't forget, because my students will be like, what? And that is kind of the overall structure of my course, where we have the module maps. It is really similar, right? I showed you just pieces of it, and there's not a lot else to show you because it's exactly the same all the way through. There's the weeks in the descending order, and if you click on really any of them, everything is in here. And there's the penalty. You don't see the assignment link because assignments and quizzes don't copy out. The actual submission links I have to go in and recreate, but the content, the assignment files, all of that, the structure can be pre-built in a prep area on your LMS and then copied out. And it's probably the biggest time-saving tool that I use that not a lot of people know about. And so as we're wrapping up this course tour, I would love to hear any questions that you all have had. I've tried to pay attention to the chat to make sure that I can answer those as we go. But what questions do you all have that I can answer? I'm going to take a little bit of a drink of water here. I don't know if this happens with you all, but I get out of the habit of talking on breaks, and the first week or two of the semester, my throat just kills me. As you've seen, I always bring a lot of energy, and man, it can wear me out. Yes. Devin says that course copy has been a lifesaver for this professional lab instructor. Devin, that's where I initially figured it out. You might have, if you caught it, I have 4 labs this semester. I did have 6 before I took a position in faculty development. But there was a time where I think I had 9 different labs for, I think it was 4 different sections and 5 different instructors, right? Wrap your head around that. And so I found myself having to re-upload things every single time. So re-uploading here in this section and then this section, and it's just a total pain in the butt. But I found if I did it in the prep area, I could actually just copy it to each of those sections. You just do copy, and you copy it over there. It's really, really great. Yeah, those are my typical semesters, and people are like, why are you so organized? Why do you do all? Because I had to survive, right? And I think that 9 Lab one, I also had a lecture of my own, but it was brutal. And so, but it helped me develop a lot of the habits and things that I do now that really save a ton of time, right? Here it is Friday before the semester starts, and I'm not really panicking at all. And you just saw that I need to change dates and stuff, but I just gave you a complete tour of my courses, and what I have to do is update dates on Blackboard. Not bad at all. And that's one of the really cool things about both the course map and using the prep area in your LMS is once you build those two things out, every time you teach that course again, they're ready, they're done. And that just opens so much time for you to do more important things like spend time with family or be on YouTube with all of you. All right. Well, I want to give one last call for questions in the chat. It looks like there's about 5 of you watching. I really appreciate all of you being here. I really appreciate all the support that you all have shown on this channel. I would love it if you liked this video. There are 5 of you watching and there are 2 likes. I would absolutely love it if you could like this video. It really goes a long way to helping this channel be successful and get in front of more people and helping people and really honestly helping me be able to do this for all of you. So thank you all so much for being here. I wish you the best of luck going into the semester. Some of you may have already started. If you haven't signed up for my weekly newsletter, it comes out every Friday. I send you just some interesting things that I've made and found for you. I encourage you to do that. You can do that at epichighered.com. But I'm going to be doing more live streams, so pay attention to that. I'm going to be establishing a weekly grade with me time where you can hop online and we can do our grading together, because misery loves company, and we all know that grading is the laundry of teaching, and laundry goes faster, or at least is more bearable, when you have someone to do it with. And I'm also going to do some live prep with me's or kind of Q&A type things, so whatever I'm kind of working on at the time, I'll go live, I'll work on it, I'll answer questions. So subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all that, and good luck with this semester.